And so, because a lot of people are new to business in general that watch the show, how would you give them advice on dealing with rejection? Because I'm sure there's been people that you've reached out to that have rejected you in some type of way.
Well, it's something interesting that I heard. I don't know if it was Will Smith that said it. I don't know who, but it might have been him. But he said, and this is a principle that I follow, is to seek rejection.
Mm,
Look for rejection. Why? Because anybody that's in sales, they know it's a numbers game. Not everybody's gonna say yeah, but the more no's you get, the closer you get into the yeah.
mhm.
So look for the no's right away. You're gonna get those. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my vision. No, okay. Next, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, you don't let that phase you. You don't let that stop you, discourage you. No, that's okay. Look for it. All right, good. I just got one no down. Let me go get another 3 or 4 no's, because after like the 6th, 7th no, it's very likely you're gonna get a yeah.
Mm,
It's all a numbers game. Just the more, it's like if you're trying to make a 3-pointer, you have a higher chance of making a 3-pointer by taking more shots.
mhm.
If you only take 5 or you miss 5, that's it. No, well, if I take 30 or 40 shots, there's a higher chance for me to make one. Just look at it like that. You want to get those out the way, get the nose out the way, and keep moving.
No, absolutely. And with a foundation, having a foundation, you hear most people talk about LLCs or corps and everything that way. But, what is the biggest challenge for you in having a foundation?
Wow, that's a good question. I would say the biggest challenge would be, you gotta think about that. Because I would say the challenges are very similar to what any regular business has. Because,
Mm,
a nonprofit and a for profit, the biggest difference is at the end of the year, I got to spend all the money that
mm,
we brought in, whereas a for profit, you can hold some of that money, carry on in the year after. We had to spend all the money every fiscal year, into our cause. So I would say some of the biggest challenges would be, regular challenges that people face with maybe bringing in the wrong individuals. Sometimes we hire the wrong people to
mm.
handle certain things, and you get into, you know, a mishap or something. I'll say that's been my biggest challenge the last few years, was bringing in the right people.
Mm.
You know, yeah, and that's just like for profit businesses. Sometimes you just bring in the wrong individuals that just wasn't what you thought.
Gotcha. No,
you
no, that
know.
makes sense. And so, how is it possible for somebody like Rolex, who's also a nonprofit company, to be Rolex, versus what we perceive as an everyday nonprofit foundation?
See, I didn't know Rolex was a nonprofit, so I don't know how
Yeah.
they're a nonprofit. I will have to look into that. So I don't know. I really couldn't comment on something I don't really know much of.
Mhm.
I know the NFL is a nonprofit. They have that
What?
listed as a nonprofit.
Really?
Yeah,
That one I didn't know. Okay.
but when you think about what these businesses are doing, is they're employing a lot of people. They're giving
Mm,
jobs. They're doing a lot in that sense. And I know, like the NFL, they do a lot of give backs to the
mhm,
community. So they definitely support the community. They support nonprofits. The Dolphins have supported us. The NFL has supported us in general as well in the past. So, you know, Rolex, I don't know how they work. I would definitely want to look into that for sure.